Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Astral Irma, my name is also Jake. And today I am going to get into Mari Says. Now I have named this Mari Says because I am going to be quoting Mari very much so, and I don't have my own opinion on what's going on. I still think that there's some regressive AI behind Saturn, behind Antarctica, behind Orion, possibly operating from a whole nother galaxy or reality. I have no idea what's going on. And so I am naming this Mari Says. So here's my narrative and let's get into it. They say Saturn houses the command structure for the Galactic Federation in this solar system. That it's the gatekeeper, the regulatory level watching over Earth. But if it exists, it doesn't speak, it doesn't answer, it doesn't move. As Mari puts it bluntly, those never respond and are nowhere to be found. Although they received the communications recently, that communications wasn't backed up by any real people or real power. This kind of authority is completely silent in the face of a planetary level suffering. Who claims oversight yet shows no presence? It's like standing in front of a grand building that looks official on the outside, but when you push the doors open, there's nothing inside, just echoes. And the more we press, the more the story unravels. The probes that were sent to Saturn vanished without a trace. According to Mari, observation attempts are answered with fire, not metaphorically, but literally. Several arrays of super powerful energy weapons, as Mari says, Death Star level. That's not just a security measure, that's theater. That's don't look here, that's run. It's the kind of misdirection we've all seen before, back during the Tiamat cycle. A decoy base full of convincing signatures used to draw fleets into a trap, while something older and colder sat behind the scenes, untouched. And now it's happening again. Because if Saturn's a decoy, and signs are saying that it is, and Mari says that it is, then the real command isn't out there. As Mari says, it's below, it's underground, right here on Earth. And what's down there? That's where it gets murky. It doesn't feel like just one group. It feels layered, like something ancient at the core, but with newer forces, human and not, building on top of it. Could be a breakaway faction, could be regressive species using Earth as a hub, could be a regressive AI, something post-biological that slipped through the cracks and started feeding off the system itself, programming the Federation's rules against them, making itself look like a law. It could be a regressive AI from the future that has found its way through the astral into our minds and into our souls, creeping in lifetime after lifetime. I don't know what it is, honestly. I don't think anybody knows what it is. And if that's the case, then we're not looking at a failure of oversight. The Andromedans, the Arcturians, they're not responsible. The other races, they aren't responsible. They're just being used and manipulated, just like the rest of us are down on here on Earth. And you think that, hey, that's not happening in space, but you know what? It is happening in space. Now here's the kicker, and it's part most people don't want to hear. Even if we know where it is, even if we see it, we can't go in. Or, as Maury says, they can't go in. Maury says they can't go in. And I believe her. Because of the Prime Directive. And this needs to be rewritten. Under Federation law, any intervention on a non-interstellar planet like Earth is a violation. It's a hostile act. Even if it's done to liberate the planet from an embedded parasite. Maury laid it out. Maury says, we cannot simply invade Antarctica directly. The other high councils would see it as a hostile invasion. So, there's still some oversight here by the higher councils, because there are high councils and then higher councils and then higher councils and then higher councils that they still have to answer to. They can't just go rogue and do what they want on their own. And here's the trap. Those councils don't really know what's happening. They think Earth is messy but manageable. They don't see the frequency warfare, the infiltration, the bleed through. They don't see the pattern repeating. Because as far as they know, the Saturn level is in control. And that illusion is the shield. The deeper truth, there's no oversight. There's no single command point for us to report this to. Because the Federation isn't a central structure. It's a lattice of councils that really communicate across constellations. They've gone thousands of years without speaking to each other. And Earth, in their eyes, is just one world, one problem, and one local issue. But we know better. We have the streetwise. We have the earthwise. We've been down on this planet. We know what's going on. We feel the ripple effect. We see the influence leaking out into Antaria, into the Pleiades, into these fragile post-industrial systems that are being warped by what's growing here. This isn't just about Earth. It's about containment. It's about infection control. And the clock's been ticking longer than most want to admit. So yes, we're doing what we can. They're doing what they can. But legally, tactically, metaphysically, we're walking on a razor's edge. Any move too strong gets them removed, gets us removed. Any move too soft, and the rot deepens. And while all this unfolds, the councils debate. The councils debate and debate and debate. Protocols are followed, meetings are scheduled, consensus is delayed. But the people of Earth don't have time for that. We really don't. Thank you for watching if you made it this far.